Hello there, you're now with me, Douglas Elliott, for TVS News at 5. Let's begin with our top story. The state government has terminated a joint venture agreement with a property developer who had neglected the development of Borneo Highland. The project has been stagnant for the past decade and its development will be taken over by the state government, according to Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah. The Minister for Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts said the new development plan will be holistic and considers the plan beneficial to the local community.
Beritahu lebih-lebih lagi karena takut dia subjudis. Tapi di sebaliknya kerajaan ada rancangan yang terperinci mahu membangunkan tempat itu sebagai tempat peranginan yang menarik, dan selain daripada itu penduduk-penduduk yang tinggal dalam kawasan berdekatan dengan Borneo Heights dapat memanfaat karena kawasan itu amat besar sekali. The whole area actually is 5,000 acres. Ya, kita boleh atur supaya ia dapat menjadi kawasan pelancongan, kawasan tanaman agriculture yang moden di mana kita dapat bertanam dan dapat mengangkatkan ekonomi rakyat yang berdekatan dengan tempat itu.
Since the termination of the contract, Borneo Highlands jurisdiction will fall under the Pandawan Municipal Council MPP.
Oleh kerana ia sudah dibatalkan, penyelenggaraan Borneo Heights adalah di bawah Pandawan Municipal Council. Pada kabinet meeting yang lepas, kabinet telah meluluskan agar Majlis Perbandaran Pandawan yang akan menjaga. Kalau tidak, rumput jadi panjang dan sebagainya.
He said the Borneo Highland redevelopment plan will involve the participation of the local community. Earlier, Abdul Karim was met after officiating the Budaya traditional dance competition in Palawan on Friday.
National diving queen Dato' PANDELELA said that it will not be an easy task to win gold, even if China is absent from the diving pool at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. She added that athletes from Australia, England and Canada should be given due attention as they will be tough opponents when the competition kicks off.
When met by reporters at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, she said that her focus now is to ensure that the team can give their best shots as there are countries that will challenge in China's absence. She also added that her achievements at the World Championships in Budapest have motivated her to perform her best dives for Birmingham. The Malaysian Olympic Council has set gold prospects at the Games in badminton, lawn bowls, powerlifting, rhythmic gymnastics, weightlifting and diving. The Birmingham Commonwealth Games officially began last Thursday, and the Malaysian contingent is represented by 104 athletes, 44 officials and 13 staff.
There are about 20 areas in Sarawak that have recorded rabies cases from the period of January to March 19, 2020. According to Minister for Modern Agriculture and Regional Development, Datuk Sri Dr. Stephen Rundi Uttam, the areas are within a 10-kilometre radius of the previously declared rabies-infected areas in July 2021. Even though Sarawak has achieved over 70% coverage of vaccinated dogs amongst its estimated 250,000 dog population, the possibility of another rabies outbreak is still a concern. Earlier this week, we had the opportunity to speak with the Director of the Department of Veterinary Service, DVS Sarawak, Dr. Adrian Susin Ambud, regarding initiatives in combating and preventing rabies.
That is why we have yearly mass vaccination campaign, and public advised to join this campaign. Or you can also go to any nearest veterinary office in Sarawak. We have all the veterinary office throughout the division, throughout Sarawak, and get your free anti-rabies vaccination for your dog. So we do during office hours. So you can get your dog vaccinated. For those who vaccinate their pet to the private veterinary clinic, you can do so also to private veterinary clinic to get your pet vaccinated. So that is the advice to dog owner or pet owner. For those who get bitten, as I was mentioned earlier, you need to go to hospital to get further treatment. Don't wait until the symptom appear. If the symptom appear, it's already too late. Too late already. And normally, patient with symptom will die within 2 to 10 days when the symptom appear. There is no treatment. So please, if you get bitten or scratched by pets or any animal, wildlife, wash the wound with running water for 15 minutes, and then you should go to hospital to get further treatment.
On initiatives, Dr. Adrian said an immune belt will be established along the border to avoid rabid wildlife animals, in addition to mass vaccination of dogs statewide.
If we can maintain our vaccination at 70%, then we can eradicate rabies. Our objective is by 2025, there will be no more dog positive rabies in Sarawak. That is our target. So we are working very, very closely with other agencies to help Sarawak achieve rabies-free by 2030, such as the Council, Ministry of Local Government, to maintain dog population in the city, and we have also established immune belt enforcement team to help to establish immune belt along the border from Sematan up to Limbang. So with collaboration with Unit Penguatkuasaan Sarawak, UKPN. And we also have our MOH, our medical team that also helping us to treat patients with dog bite. And there is an integrated bite management clinic available. And also continuously doing public awareness campaign, such as through social media, putting up billboard, radio and TV, village to village talk, and so on. So this is the campaign. If we want the public to aware, if you are bitten, you have to go to hospital and get further treatment. Rabies can be prevented. And rabies can be prevented. But if you don't get vaccination, and once the symptom appear, it almost always fatal.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the National Month and Flight Jalur Gemilang celebrations are a reminder to Malaysians of their independence to self-administer the country after being freed from colonialism. At the official launch of the celebration today, Ismail Sabri said that although Malaysia achieved its independence, there are other challenges that could threaten its harmony.
With the theme Keluarga Malaysia Teguh Bersama, the Prime Minister said by embracing the spirit of the Malaysian family, Malaysians can weather any storm and challenges that may come along.
Teguh bersama merujuk kepada kekuatan dan kesepaduan kolektif oleh keluarga Malaysia dalam mengharungi pelbagai cabaran dengan semangat sebuah keluarga.
He said apart from flying the Jalur Gemilang, Malaysians can show other ways to show love for the country by practicing noble values, working together, and showing tolerance as well as supporting government initiatives. He added the COVID-19 was the biggest challenge faced by the country and the whole world in the past 2 years. But Malaysia had managed the pandemic well because of the firm actions and measures taken by the government.
Negara kini dalam fasa peralihan ke endemik dan keluarga Malaysia mula menikmati kesejahteraan hidup seperti sebelum pandemik melanda dunia.
Earlier, Ismail Sabri joined more than 15,000 participants in a 2.7-kilometer walk under the Berjalan Teguh Sama program. The 2022 National Day celebration will be held at Dataran Merdeka, Kuala Lumpur on August 31st.
The government will review the standard chicken retail ceiling price as well as the approval to export chicken after the implementation of the chicken ceiling price ends on August 31st. Agriculture and Food Industry Minister Datuk Sri Ronald Kiandi said the government will study whether to maintain the subsidy or to float the price or to reopen the export of whole chicken abroad. Currently, a standard chicken retails for RM9.40 per kilogram in Peninsular Malaysia, while ranging between RM9.80 to RM12.90 per kilogram in Sarawak, depending on the district.
Ronald said the government is aware that there are some who are selling standard chicken lower than the set ceiling price. He said that the government compensates by giving subsidies to farmers of RM1.20 per kilogram. He added that the move had stabilized the supply of chicken and its prices in the market. In June, the government had capped the retail price of standard chicken at RM9.40 per kilogram and chicken eggs between 41 cent to 45 cent depending on grades in Peninsular Malaysia from July 1st to August 31st. Earlier, Kiandi was met by reporters after officiating the Agrotech Pavilion at the Malaysian Agriculture, Horticulture and Agrotourism Exhibition MAHA 2022 in Putrajaya on Friday.
The aftermath of a flood that ravaged Hinman, Kentucky, has left houses and bridges destroyed while killing one person. Several others are still reported missing amid a number of water breaks that hit Kentucky on Friday, July 29th. As water levels recede in some parts of Hinman town, frames of previous properties are laid bare.
Following the flood that had ravaged Pakistan, helicopters were deployed to conduct search and rescue operations around the districts of Balochistan. 7 people, including a sick woman, were transported to safety, and the flood, according to Pakistan Navy forces, had almost cut off all land connections to Balochistan because roads and bridges were washed away. Prior to the rescue, Navy personnel have been dropping provisions to a nearby house where many gathered. The district of Balochistan is one of the districts that had been hit badly by floods due to recent monsoon rains.
See you all closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates, both locally and internationally, just a click away by heading on to our website TVSTVMY or follow us on our social media. And that's all the time we have for TVS News at 5. I'm Douglas Elliott. Thank you for watching.